Hi, in this video, we are going to take a look at how we can get the token metadata. Previously, we have worked with the MetaMask authentication and the wallet token balances. But for this time, we are going to take a break from the wallet API in general, and we are going to switch on to this token API. Inside this, we can see detailed information about the tokens themselves. So this implementation is actually going to be really similar to the balances hook, but there are going to be slight changes. So first of all, we are going to use this EVM API.token instead of EVM API.balance. But the parameters are going to be the same. But in this case, instead of giving the wallet address, we are going to give addresses of the tokens that we want to get info about. And this is going to be returning us additional information about the token, such as the symbol, decimals, logo itself, the current block number. Let's actually start implementing our hook for this as well. So in here, similar to the previous example, I have the import statements and I'm going to fill in the rest. And while I'm doing so, you will notice how similar it is to the already existing use balances hook, because I want to, again, isolate this logic from the outer parts. And I just want this hook to contain everything about the token metadata that we want to fetch. So similarly, I will have message in here so that we can display how the process is going, which is going to be an empty string. Similarly, we'll have a loading, which is going to be true. Then I will have the tokens, which is going to be an array of token data. So first of all, let's set it to an empty array, but the type is going to be token data. And token data is, again, from the types, what I have defined based on the output that we are going to get. It has all the values that we have seen in the Moralis documentation. And it also explicitly says which values are optional and which values are not, so that we will not encounter any errors. So similarly, let's define a use callback hook. Fetch token metadata this time. And inside this use callback, we will have an async function that's not going to take anything but return some values. With the empty dependency, just like before. And inside the use effects, we are going to call this fetch token metadata function and give this as a dependency to use effect, so that it's going to be called when this hook is initialized from anywhere. And just like before, we need to check if Moralis core started, and if not, we need to actually start it. This time I haven't checked for wallet address, since we don't need to get the wallet address, and we don't even actually need the wallet to be connected at this point. This is just going to fetch some data, which is public data, nothing specific to the wallet. And I will start with actually the same command as before, with the API key defined from util. Metadata is await Moralis EVM API.token. So this get token metadata actually gets array as input. And I have already defined a token address list, which should be available for you, since the defining the environment variables is before this. If any of you have missed that one, you can check that out right now, or after this video is also fine. And what we get from this get token metadata, we are going to get a token metadata array, and we are going to set this to our state variable. And we are going to use to.json as well. And in case we encounter any errors, we are going to set message error fetching token metadata. Yeah, that's fine. And we are going to console log the error. And finally, we are going to set loading to false. And since this is a hook, we need to actually return these values explicitly. Message, loading, and tokens. So this is basically it for using the metadata. In here, we are defining a array of tokens, and these tokens will be available for the caller. And the caller is just going to take these tokens and render cards based on what we have inside. And we are going to actually take a deeper look in that topic in the next video. So I hope to see you in the next one.